I'm Dave Swatskin. I'm the owner of Sanderman's Home Hardware. Sanderman's has been in Barrhead for over 60 years, and I've been here for over 10. And today we're going to talk about how to paint. In addition to having all of the typical hardware store stuff, like paint, plumbing, and electrical, we also have a big gift selection. Lots of different varieties, and they changes with the seasons. So you can come in and there's lots for birthday gifts, anniversary gifts, and of course with Christmas coming, there'll be lots of Christmas in. Another unique part of our store that we brought to Barrhead this year was our M&M Food Market Express. We have a wide variety of M&M foods, all frozen, healthy, and ready to serve. In our toy department, we have a wide selection of toys for both boys and girls in all age groups. We have everything from dolls and LOL to a great selection of Lego Pit Boss Navigator Smoker series. So we ship the home hardware, and we have all different sizes depending on what your needs are. They're a great smoker, it's top quality, and very well priced. We have our new Benchmark power tool line exclusive to home hardware. We're going to talk about priming. The most important thing you can do before you put the paint on is to make sure you have a clean, dry surface. If you have brand new drywall, you need to seal the drywall with a primer. And that is what we've done here today. There are also different kinds of primers. There's other primers for blocking. If you have bright, deep, dark colors, you're going to need to block those colors out before you put your new color on, so the color doesn't come through the paint. There are a number of different kinds of rollers depending on what you're doing. If you're priming, you want to have a roller that's very fuzzy, very deep pile, and that's a 15 or a 20 millimeter roller. Now if you're painting, you want to have probably a 10 or a 15 millimeter roller, so it doesn't have as much product on the roller and it doesn't make as big a mess and splash back on you. If you're using a ceiling paint, you'll use a 10 or 15 mil roller. However, ceiling paint doesn't typically splash back, so you make it much easier for you and it'll make a much less of a mess. Oh, there we go. Fun color. So now we're going to start to paint the wall. Put your roller in and make sure you get it good and covered. And then roll off the excess and start to roll. Just going straight up and down till you have good coverage. Don't worry about going too thin, because you'll end up having to go back over it again. Usually you'll need 2 coats. So after you've applied the first coat, make sure that you let it dry and then put on the second coat. Go even, smooth rolls. Make sure you don't rush. And only do, with the full-size wall, make sure you only do about 4 feet at a time. Don't get too far out of the way. Just do 4 feet sections at a time. Sometimes you'll get lines while you're rolling, and it's okay to go across and clear out the lines. This is a fun color. As you can see, we're smoothing out the rolls so that we're trying not to have any lines as it dries. One trick is between coats, you can take your roller, put it in a plastic bag and put it in the freezer, and then the next day when you're ready to go again, you can pull it out, let it warm up, and start using the same roller again for the same color. We don't recommend washing the rollers out, changing colors or changing product, because you never get all of the other color out of the roller. It's easier to just throw it out and start over again. Paintbrushes, a little different. There's good quality paintbrushes that you would rinse out after using. Make sure that you always buy a medium to better quality paintbrush. If you buy the cheap paintbrushes, unfortunately they will leave bristles in the paint and you'll forever be picking bristles off the wall. One of the things when you're painting a wall, you'll need to have a good edging paintbrush, something that has a cut or an angle in it. That will allow you to cut along the top so you don't get any of your orange onto your ceiling and your ceiling stays white. As you can see, the paint is going on nice and even. With this sealer primer, the drywall is not soaking up the paint. However, if we had not primed this, the drywall would be soaking up all of our paint and we'd be putting coat after coat after coat on our wall because it wasn't sealed. You can find all of our information on our social media. Follow us regularly for great deals and savings throughout the store.